Hello, Jersey. You're listening to Turnpike Talks. I'm Jimmy Batts here with Robbie Mack and your host, the Jersey Kid.
Hey, how's everybody doing? Thank you, James. We're here with William Patterson quarterback, Cornelius Kinchen III. Hey, Cornelius. It's been a minute, man. I haven't talked to you in a long time. It's been a long time since I was able to hit the field with you. How's everything been with you?
Everything been good, man. Just staying healthy, keeping my family straight, and that's about it.
I know that you're settling into William Patterson right now. How's that transition going into your senior year? I mean, it's kind of been hectic, right, with COVID and everything else.
Yeah, it's been tough, but remaining 6 feet apart and staying healthy, man. As long as you have your mask on, I'll be good. But everything else on that part is good so far.
So you're going into your senior year. Things have been unconventional so far due to the coronavirus. You've been involved in your community. How has COVID-19 impacted your daily routines that you've had before the pandemic?
Literally, it haven't really affected me because I still do my daily workouts and stuff like that. It changed a little bit work-wise, not having a job at the moment, and literally just trying to find an opportunity to provide for my family.
He just sent out a notice not too long ago saying that we're offering limited on-campus training opportunities. Can you talk a little bit about that and what's the status of you, your team, your coaches right now, who's willing to participate even?
Pretty much right now we are doing our own individual workouts. From the coach's standpoint, we're not allowed to do much because of the pandemic, and as of right now, we're just playing it all by ear with all the COVID situations and as far as workouts. So pretty much going into the spring, that's when we'll start our actual workouts, and we'll have different group sessions where different groups come at different times to work out.
I definitely seen some of your workout videos, Cornelius. I mean, like, even that one group you're with, what is it, Trench Family on social media? I see them all the time. Can you tell me a little bit of some of the work that you put in with those guys? I mean, you guys practically going at it every day if you're not on the field, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. So Trench's Fitness. Shout out to my boy Kevin Copper. That's his brand right there. So pretty much, Trench's Fitness is where we from, and we're not allowed to hit the gym right now, of course, due to COVID. So he has his own weights and stuff like that. He set up in his backyard, and we call it the trenches because we back there, rain, any type of weather. So that's the trenches for us. And we get as much work in as possible.
Patterson bread, that's wartime, right?
Yes, sir.
So far, the Big Ten and Pac-12, I mean, they will not be participating this season. How do you think that will impact athletes looking to be drafted in their respective sports?
Honestly, D1 athletes, they have a higher chance of being pro athletes. So for them, it's a hurtful situation. But then again, it's a lot of D1 athletes who take it as my safety comes first, which I agree with. Your safety should come first because there have been a lot of cases, death rates and stuff like that due to the COVID situation. And you don't want any players to have the same situation on the field. And COVID spreads fast, and that's not what we want. We want for all our athletes to be safe.
Right. But, I mean, you see guys like Justin Fields of the Ohio State, I mean, guys like that trying to get petitions to reinstate the season. I mean, there doesn't seem to be like a consensus thought about it. It's like player safety, not player safety. As a player yourself, how do you feel about this kind of like back and forth you see going on in your sport?
Me personally, I'd agree with the safety first, but then again, it's like you love a sport for so long. How could you stay away?
Right.
It's hard for me to stay away from working out.
Right.
Even during the pandemic, I was finding my way to get my workout in because it's hard for me to stay away. Once you stay away, you fall out of shape, and it's hard to get back to where you were before.
Right.
Is everyone on the same page when it comes to COVID-19 safeties and regulations?
Oh, yes, definitely. So coaches right now, pretty much like I said before, we have different groups when we actually start to lift. But for right now, coaches are constantly implying that we stay healthy and we wear our face mask and we stay 6 feet apart and self-quarantine at times. It's not, we don't have to go outside and stuff like that. But it's hard for us, like I said before, athletes, it's hard to keep away from the field. All definitely on the same page as far as staying healthy though.
And I'm really glad that a lot of the leaders that have been exposed to you have really been preaching this. It's something that we need now more than ever, due to all the health situations we got going on. So you really feel like William Patterson's put the right people around you? I mean, the football program, everything that you've done at the school, you feel like they've done it the right way as far as up until this point?
Honestly, yeah, man. Some people have jobs on the line. It's a business at the end of the day. Things not gonna go your way. Things are gonna go your way. But like I said, it's a business, man.
What are some of your aspirations after you graduate for yourself and your community?
For myself, my goal is to actually play professional football, either here or overseas. And as of right now, I'm actually training quarterbacks and coaching a little league football team. It's called Silk City Elite 14U. And I love coaching, man. If I'm not playing, I'd rather coach. Coaching right now is me giving back to the youth, and the youth love that. I train kids. I wake up, train kids 8 a.m., train kids all throughout the day, go to practice with my kids later out the day. I love it. So pretty much I just want to play pro ball and coach. But my backup plan for that would be athletic director.
No, that's beautiful. I mean, you struck a chord with me because I do have aspirations to be a coach myself. I mean, when you're a player for so long, but you can't get away from the game, but you can't play the game, what's the next best thing? Getting into coaching, right? So I wish you all the best of luck, because I know that you're training hard, especially doing things with Trench Fitness. Expose you to those next level positions. I mean, is it some of the guys that you're working out with through Trench Fitness? Is it, people that you've already been exposed to? Who's helping you get to that next level?
Pretty much people I've already been exposed to. So mainly my mom. I want to give a big thanks to my mom. Without her, man, some of these decisions I made wouldn't have been possible. She literally guided me through most of my decisions as far as the business aspect, financially, and just the right decision. Every mother knows what's right for their child.
There's not going to be a season this year for Willie P football. How do you feel about that, knowing that you're a senior and this would have been your last chance to play Division III football? What are your emotions? How do you feel about this happening?
For most seniors, of course, it's tough. Everyone wants to play their last football season because it's a game you love. And for some, this might be the last time you ever play it. For others, it could be a possibility for you to take your game to the next level. So I feel like it's pretty tough. It's a half-half situation for me. It's definitely a heartbreaking thing to see a lot of seniors go out this way. Definitely. But a lot of seniors have a lot of exposure, so they will be okay. They'll be okay.
Cornelius, you were talking about heartbreaking stuff. Without making you uncomfortable, I want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on today in our world, in our community. It's been a lot of things going on with police brutality and senseless murders of African Americans. I just want to kind of give you the floor because, being that you're African American yourself and none of us are, we need your insight on it kind of to teach us a little bit of what's going on in your community.
Yeah, so for me, it's a scary situation. I wake up every day and I go outside. I'm like, man, listen, I just pray that today's not my last day. And it's just hard and heartbreaking to see all the police brutality that's going around in this world. How do we not see that, and how do we not get justice for some of these things that we see every day? And it's really heartbreaking. Like, it really is. And we had enough. And the NBA, they see it themselves. They say it too. We're not playing no more until we get justice. We need justice in today's world. All the stuff that's going on shouldn't happen. We're all human. We all should be one. Equality is a big part.
And you see a lot of the frontline fighting that's happening right now, at least on the social media aspect and on the court right now, being in the NBA, making a stand and letting their voices be heard. So what do you think about some of the stances they've taken?
I feel like a lot of NBA athletes, they have a voice because of the fact that, yeah, they're celebrities, they're pro athletes, and they're out there. Prime example, LeBron James. LeBron James said it himself. He had enough. It's hard for him to go out and live his life like it's regular every day. People getting killed because of their skin color. It shouldn't be like that.
Right.
Absolutely. It's very serious. But
Yeah.
do you think that some people are getting the wrong idea of how to help? Because we see a lot of people on social media spreading the message, but is it really enough?
Is it changing anything?
Honestly, no. I feel like some more action needs to be taken. Like, I want to give a big shout out to my city, Patterson, New Jersey.
Hey,
We had a few days where we literally have a big painting in the middle of our street that says Black Lives Matter, and that's big. We actually needed that, but the world needs to see the same thing. It can't just be here in Patterson where we actually see that and we be trying to take a step forward. But then again, it's not just Patterson. All over the world, we're trying to do the same thing. We need justice,
Right. I mean,
and it's not invisible to people because it's obvious. It's obvious. We need justice. This world we live in is ridiculous, man. I'm sorry to say it this way, but it should not be like this. Like I play like prime example. I play on a football team where I'm on a team with different type of race, black, white, Hispanic, all the above. You see how we come together? We in the same huddle.
right.
Why can't we all be like that around the world?
Right. Why can't the world just get in one big huddle, right? I mean, like,
Pretty much.
honestly, right?
we can't bond with each other. That's
And,
what it
and
is.
it's sad, man. It's sad, and that's part of the reason why we wanted to like bring this whole thing together is because honestly, like, there's no conversation other than these big time companies that are doing it, but they're having it amongst other sports people that are kind of out of it too. Because if you aren't on the front lines, kind of like someone like yourself living in the city of Patterson, a very diverse city, and you have to go ahead and do those things that are going to inflict change. People who are living in mansions, living celebrity lifestyles, those people, unless they put pen to paper or money down, they're not inflicting change. It's in the everyday community. It's in the everyday person. Can you say a little bit about that, right?
Right. Like I said before, it's tough, man. It's hard for me. I'm scared every day I go outside. I'm scared when is my last day. Hopefully it's not my last day.
Is there anyone in your community that you kind of look at, or the community looks at as kind of like a living superhero right now? They kind of inspired people. They're giving them hope to change, helping the community.
Definitely. I want to give a huge shout out to Benji Wembley, City Councilman, Fetty Wap. They inspire a lot of youth to do big things and to never forget where you come from and to never give up on your dreams and to never let anyone tell you you can't do something. Coming from Patterson is hard. And if he can make it out of Patterson, others can make it out of Patterson. There's a lot of other athletes. Marcus McDuffie playing basketball overseas. Caleb Bishop, basketball overseas. Miles Mack, Fuquan Goodwin. It's a lot. It's a lot of heroes in Patterson that a lot of us look up to. And I'm glad I had a chance to meet majority of these Patterson heroes.
Yeah, I know you
got
guys.
Community come back and actually give back to the youth as far as coaching and as far as just giving a good word from their experience growing up, their experience where they are to how they got to where they are, stuff like that.
Cornelius, I mean, honestly, having a conversation with you is making me appreciative of the fact that I have a friend who I can turn to educate me.
Appreciate that, man. Much appreciated.
Yeah, no doubt. So we thank you, Cornelius, for sitting down with us on Turnpike Talks. We really want to just say how much of a pleasure it was for us and the guys here. If there's anything you want to go ahead and say before we let you go.
I just want to say thank you to Turnpike Talks for having me. It was a pleasure, man, and it was great talking with you guys and actually getting some word out and to actually hear some feedback you guys even had on some of the things I had to say about where I'm from and what's going on around today's world. I'm glad you guys see what's going on as well.
Yes, sir. We hope to have you. We hope to have more guests. Maybe you could put us on with some of your friends in Trench Fitness because we're looking to hear more from the community. So
Definitely, we'll do.
Yeah, we thank you, Cornelius, for sitting down with us here on Turnpike Talks.